All right. Good afternoon, everyone. We are live for our third masterclass today with amazing Paula Mills, CEO of the Academy of Entrepreneurs. So, welcome everyone that is already on YouTube watching us live, and welcome everyone also for the one that we watch the recording afterwards. But before we start, I would like to do the acknowledgement of the country. So good afternoon, everyone. I recognize we all are meeting on different Aboriginal lands today, and I would like to acknowledge I'm coming to you today from the Darug land. I'd like to pay my respect to elders, past, present, and emerging, and all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people joining us today. Thank you. All right. Without further ado, welcome everyone. Thanks, Paula, for joining us today. So this is the third masterclass of the series of masterclasses we're doing with the Department of Education for all the amazing creators out there that are watching us. And the topic for today is Instagram and branding. So, and we have an amazing guest today, Paula Mills, the founder and CEO of the Academy of Entrepreneurs. So Paula has been an entrepreneur for pretty much entirely her life. She has worked in different industries, and today she will share one of her passions, right? Instagram, branding, how to create a brand, how to build a community, and how to convey a message that can inspire thousands of people to one of the most powerful platforms out there, which is Instagram. Welcome, Paula. How are you today?
Thank you. Honest to be here with you guys. And yes, I do love the topic of Instagram. But the reason why I love it so much is because it builds community. It helps us connect with our families, our fans, our customers, and also helps us to make the world a better place. Because I truly believe that we're all creators, we're all innovators, we all have unlimited potential. And let's use these skills and superpowers that we have to share on social media to add value to other people's lives through our products, services, or sometimes just sharing our lifestyle. Like I personally follow a few Instagrammers, influencers, and TikTokers that all they promote is healthy habits that they have when it comes to sports, to eating, and to books and mindset techniques that they've used to become a better leader. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about several topics from personal to branding, business branding for Instagram, on who's your target audience, what's your personality like, how are you going to choose the right content and schedule it in, how do you do a paid campaign, how do you measure the success, how do you collaborate and become an influencer but also work with other influencers. But most important throughout today is do what you love. And you guys will see me saying that again and again and again. Keep it real, keep it consistent, share your true self, and it's the easiest way for you to build content and add value to your community. So today's session is hosted on YouTube. So pop your questions down on YouTube and we'll be reading. So I will be presenting for about 40 minutes and then I'll be taking as many questions as you guys want. I can
Sure.
stay back and answer all of your questions. And if you're not watching it live, welcome as well. Pop your questions or send us an email and we're happy to reply because nothing makes us happier than seeing you guys succeeding every day.
I will be monitoring. I will be monitoring YouTube. So just write your comments, and then I'll pass those comments to Paula.
Perfect. Beautiful. Thanks,
Awesome.
Lewis. So about Instagram, why are we talking about Instagram today? Right now, today, I actually Googled this morning. There's 1.4 billion people using Instagram every single month. There's 1 million advertisers on Instagram. 62% of Instagram users log in at least once a day. And 90% of people that are on Instagram are following your business. So as a creator, you automatically become a business. You are the brand. And some creators promote other products that are theirs or from other people. So do take in mind that as a creator, you're officially a business that is creating this movement, educating people and selling, whether it's a product or service, or maybe if you are into like the music space, you might even be selling tickets for a concert. So yes, so Instagram is so powerful. It helps you reach like 1.4 billion people on a monthly basis. And out of these, 62% are logging in every day. So it's probably the quickest and easiest way for you to start promoting your business or yourself as a creator. And why did we create this masterclass? Because a bad Instagram can destroy your brand or push customers away. So before we post anything, think about who are you posting it for? What do you want to communicate? How can you make it as simple as possible? And is that content the right content for them? Because you don't want to scare them by using fancy words or talk about something different every day and confusing your customers, or worse, doing something offensive, like we've seen many huge brands and influencers doing it, and it can absolutely destroy your brand. So I always say, before you post anything online, think 3 times, not 2 times. 2 times is not enough. Think 3 times. And talking about way we're thinking before we're posting is, think about who we are at a personal level, but also at a business level, and how can you connect these two to make your life easier. So you don't have to be posting across 2 accounts, 2 different strategies. You can start linking and merging and cross-promoting one with the other. So as you guys saw in session number 1, when we spoke about online branding, a personal brand is built around you. It's your personality and your lifestyle. And a business brand is around the identity that you create for your business. I personally super think that both of them need to be super connected. There is no point of you promoting a healthy lifestyle and then you in your personal life not being healthy, or even worse, you promote a healthy brand on Instagram and then on your personal Instagram, you promote something that is not healthy, like eating fast foods. So it's very important for you to live and breathe your brand, especially because not only you're posting, but people are watching. Like I see, sometimes I go to places like airports and supermarkets or even to the beach, and people recognize me. And if I promote one thing on social media and in real life I'm not that thing, people would not only stop believing me, but they can even take a photo tag and show a side that maybe it's not the real side that I want people to see it on social media. So the most important is, who are you? What are you good at? And how can you shine this light out into the world and live and breathe your brand? Be very authentic, because everyone's watching. We're all getting watched now on 24 hours. Everywhere we go, people have cameras and they're watching us on social media, but also in our real lives. So make sure that they're aligned. So as we discussed before, who are you? What is the lifestyle? Are you a gym freak that you love exercising? Are you like working towards becoming a digital nomad? Do you love cycling? Do you love cooking? Do you love surfing? Do you love building and fixing things? Do you love singing? You are a creator. What is it that you love doing it? Why do you love it? And what is the lifestyle that you have? And that's the beauty of Instagram. On Instagram stories, we can share things on our wall very solidly, but people also want to see, like, how do you live? What are the everyday habits that you have that are aligned to your lifestyle? Because people are very motivated by that. And I see, like, sometimes, like, I post every day on Instagram except one day. I do my airplane mode relaxing day. And there was one week that I worked so much and I decided I was going to be out of Instagram for a week to recharge. And when I turned my Instagram back on, I received so many messages from people going, "Are you okay? I'm missing your happy life and your happy tips." So your lifestyle becomes part of other people's lifestyle. So consider that when you are posting. What is it you love doing? How can you teach people about this amazing lifestyle that you have? So if you've got a technique for studying and learning better, or a technique for being healthier, or a technique that you're using to have 3 jobs out after you've got your study hours in high school, share it with people. Share your tips, but share your lifestyle as well, because people love that, and it makes it easier for you to build content and for people to connect with it. So yeah, so connect your personal and business, live authentically. So so if you guys want to learn how to turn any idea into your business, head over to the Academy of Entrepreneurs YouTube page and literally just type in how to start a business. And you guys will see about 10 different YouTubes that we've created. So when you're starting a business, you need to do something that you love, that you're really good at, that you can get paid for and the world needs. So for example, maybe you really like taking photos and you're really good at it. People will pay you to be a photographer. And we all need photographers for birthday parties, for weddings, for festivals, even like there's photographers that specialize just in dogs, for example. If you love playing an instrument, you're really good at it, you can be paid to teach someone. And the world, there's a lot of people that want to learn how to play instruments as a hobby or to take it as a business, as a full-time job. So see the things that you love and start combining that as a creator and building content and adding value to your community. We've got a student at Academy of Entrepreneurs who's got his personal Instagram, and he's created a paid Instagram account where you pay him a monthly fee and you get access to this private Instagram where he teaches a few of his skills. So you can use social media as a platform for you to manage your customers and also centralize that information that you're educating people. An influencer that I absolutely love is Fonzie. He is Australian. He's super cool. And Fonzie lives authentically. Fonzie is absolutely like he loves the idea of learning. So what did he do? He started going around Sydney and interviewing people to see how do they succeed and how can he learn from people's success. In 1 year, he has reached 1.9 million followers on TikTok and almost 600,000 on Instagram. And guys, what you see of him on social media is exactly what you see in real life. He is this cool, happy, caring, and very curious young Australian adult. And that's why there is so much success, because for him to build content, it's so easy because his curiosity in real life comes out on social media. So try to connect what is it that you love doing and try to turn that into your Instagram page that you can monetize. And be very careful with what you post. So if you're promoting yourself as a healthy person, obviously you guys are in high school now, but it's not just about the cigarette. It's also about like the fast food and unhealthy practices. So make sure that you live and breathe your brand. Always as a happy, sustainable person that's making the world a better place, but be very careful with what you are posting. And a lovely example that we shared with you guys a couple of weeks ago is on Adela. She loves traveling. She loves eating healthy. So she started a business that teaches people how to eat healthy by having their food on coconut balls and having mindfulness moments by having coconut candles. So it's very connected to her values. She's vegan, she's healthy, she's always smiling. So she cross promotes both of them. So on her Instagram, she promotes her travel healthy habits. And on her business, she promotes the amazing techniques and tips she has for eating healthy, but also for having a healthy lifestyle and a mindset through the candles that you set your intention for the day and you make the spaces around you smell very beautiful. So build it interconnected because you'll see that people will trust more because they don't want to just buy a brand. They want to buy the person behind the brand. So you as a creator, you need to consider that. So if you're going to have two different pages, one as a creator of your life and the other one of your business, great. Try to connect them once in a while. I'd say at least every 5 posts. But if you are the creator and creator is your brand like Fonzie has done, you have to watch every move because everyone's watching you. So how do we get started? I guess the first thing is for you to understand who you are. And second is who's your target audience and how are you going to add value to them? So who are the personas that you have? And a huge mistake that I see all over the world when we are mentoring creators and also entrepreneurs, first-time entrepreneurs specifically, is they go, everyone is my customer. No, that is not possible. The niche your target audience is, the more you will succeed. So if you're into music, who should be following you? People that love music or want to learn about music. If you're into photography, share photography tips. And who's going to follow you? Photography lovers. So try to go as niche as possible and try to understand who's your target audience. So we love doing these little demographic cards that it just goes like, just put a name and an age. What do your customers look like? Where do they study? What do they love? Where do they go for content, for e-commerce, for shopping? Where do they go on holidays and so forth? So this is a very simple. We recommend you to do 3 persona cards and just put a name and just go, who's my target audience? Where do they live? What do they like? How much money do they earn? How old are they? Sketch and draw their face and name. Put the behaviors and beliefs. What is it that they love? What do they enjoy? And what are their beliefs? And what are their needs and goals? And go as narrow as possible. So it is impossible. So if say you're launching, I don't know, a sunglass business. Not everyone wears sunglasses, but some people want sunglasses to look good on Instagram. Other people want sunglasses because then they can use it out on the beach when they're exercising. Others want sunglasses that are helping them ski and it protects them from the brightness of the snowy mountain. So you're still selling sunglasses, but some sunglasses you might sell for $1,000 and others you might sell them at a pharmacy for a few dollars. So consider that when you're building a business. Who's your target audience and narrow it as much as you can and create these persona cards so you can super target them. The next step is how do I create content for this target audience in a way that me, with my lifestyle, I can add value? So this is a super cool and super simple activity. It's called the Brand Neighborhood. So imagine yourself as a creator, as a startup, as a business, and think about who's your target audience and what is it that they love. What is the app that your target audience mainly uses? Is it WhatsApp? Is it Instagram? Is it TikTok? Is it calendar? What is the toy that your target audience mainly uses? Is their iPhone the favorite toy, or a drone, or a whiteboard? What is the favorite? What is the store that your target audience mainly shops? What is the restaurant that your target audience mainly goes to? What is your audience's favorite drink? Do they drink water? Soft drink? Do they drink kombucha? What are their favorite drinks? Or a healthy organic juice? What is your target audience's favorite foods? What suburb do they live in? What is the favorite brand? What is the favorite celebrity and the favorite holiday destination? So create that for your target audience and put your startup name in here, because from here, you can then visit the Instagram page of your target audience's favorite celebrity, favorite drink, favorite restaurant, favorite store, favorite toy, favorite app. And from there, you can start looking for content. What kind of content are they creating, and how can you get inspired from the content? And see the style, the hashtags that you can replicate it across your page, because you're targeting the same target audience as these brands. Depending on the style of creation you're going to be doing, it's good to educate your customers with things that they aren't aware. So Medium and Pocket are two platforms that you can go and you can create an account with your email. And then based on your interests, it will start showing you more content. So if you're very interested in gaming or NFTs or arts and crafts, the more you start reading these articles, the more the artificial intelligence in these platforms will start giving you more relevant articles. And I find this an amazing way for you guys to get content to add value for your target audience. So very important for you to understand what are the brands that your ideal customer is engaging with, and what sort of Instagram page do they have, and how can you start getting some really cool insight and tips and research around Google or using platforms like Pocket and Medium to direct you to content that your target audience will be interested in. And then you can position yourself as an expert. So say, for example, you're really into NFTs, because I know that most of us are these days. Where are you getting your NFT content? There's a lot of platforms, like the more you watch on YouTube, the more it's going to start narrowing the content on NFTs or Pocket or Medium, as well as platforms. So start concentrating all on that information and start maybe sharing one tip a day of something that you've learned with your community. So if you're an NFT creator, you need to focus on teaching people about your NFT creation. If you are into rugby, start sharing tips about rugby every day. And maybe a lot of the rugby brands and clothes and famous influencers will start contacting you because they're going to want to participate and collaborate with you. So once you've mastered that, okay, so you know who you are, what is your lifestyle, who's your target audience, and how can you build content to add value? The next step is for you to start thinking about how are you going to plan and schedule? Because don't waste hundreds of hours every day looking for content. You can schedule it maybe a week in advance. And when we talk about scheduling, it's about you planning the content, but also understanding when does your target audience want to receive that content. For example, if you are, as a creator, targeting high school students, your colleagues in class, most likely they're not using Instagram. So that's not the right time for you to be posting. But if you post on lunch break time, or when we get picked up by our family, or we're walking back home or getting back on a bus, those are really good times because people are scrolling and they're looking at killing time. If you post on a maybe Friday afternoon, maybe everyone's out playing sports with a friend. So if you're posting, you're not attracting the right audience. So consider, based on the business that you have, if you're a musician, an NFT creator, if you are into sports, different times of the days will benefit your business or your creator life in different ways. So please consider that, because you might go and Google and just go best times to post on Instagram, and it might say Sunday from 10 till 2, but maybe your target audience is asleep at that time, or they're out surfing, so they're not going to be on Instagram. So test different times that work for your target audience. And what is the best way for you to test is on your Instagram, set yourself up as a creator or as a business, and you can start pulling these reports. And it's absolutely free to do that, and it's instant. So every minute you can start, and you can see the breakdown of when are the days of the weeks that your community is mainly checking your Instagram page, where are they logging in from, what cities, what is the average age, what sort of engagement in age have you had in the last 7? And you can also click here and you can change it for 7, 28 days, 90 days. What is the gender? Are you mainly targeting NFT creators that are female? If more male are following you, you have to make 2 one of two decisions. You either stop building content for male, or you change your content to attract more women to, or girlfriends in your school to follow you. And also see when your mostly active times. Another super cool platform for you guys to use is start scheduling. Maybe on a Sunday, you organize your content for the next 7 days, and you can use platforms like Later and HotSuite to schedule so you don't have to be posting. When you're in class, automatically your Instagram is posting 5 minutes before the lunch break, so that when your colleagues leave for the lunch break, your post is already there and you don't have to remember to post it. So you can plan it all, which is super cool these days. Next thing is, I know that a lot of you guys see these amazing influencers and Instagrammers and creators getting a lot of free stuff and unboxing things. So if collaboration or being a creator that receives freebies that you can share, or you can also have products that people can be sharing. So when you're looking at collaboration, look at who do you want to become? Do you want to become an influencer that gets sent some really cool boxes for you to unbox and promote? Or are you creating your own business and you want to collaborate with influencers that will then promote your business? I personally prefer to work with some of the biggest influencers in the world and get them to promote our business. So next week, we're launching a campaign where 12 influencers with millions of followers are going to be promoting our business. I'd rather have amazing influencers that are aligned to our values promoting our business than be getting a box, because I'm not in the business of unboxing. I'd rather be in the business of educating everyone to be an entrepreneur and working with amazing influencers that can promote. So look at how you want to collaborate. So when you are collaborating with someone, very important for us to know, what is your goal? So say you are a creator and you want to be unboxing some amazing new sneakers and gym gear and so forth. What does your client expect from you? Is it to get new audiences? Is it to increase the brand's awareness? Are they expecting you to generate sales for you? Do they want to increase their Instagram following? Do they need your help in launching a product? Do they want your help in retaining customers or generating engagement? So do consider that. And my suggestion is focus on one. So if you are an entrepreneur working with an influencer, focus on one of these points. Or if you are a creator who's getting paid to show products, focus on delivering one of these and make it very clear upfront. Next one is partnership goals. Consider how long will you be working and what are the deadlines, and make sure you deliver on them. What is the campaign type that you're going to be working with? What is the content quality that you want? Do you want them to show the lifestyle using your brand, or do you want them to take like solid, like professional photography? Content usage, right? Be very careful. I've seen some people getting in big trouble. You might hire an influencer to talk about your business and they promote it. But depending on the contract, you're not allowed to use that image into your Instagram because the rights stay on their page because they're creating the content. And same for you. As you become a famous content creator, do write up a contract where you want to set the rules on whether people can use or not use your content afterwards, and also payment arrangements. So you might get paid up front or paid at the end of the project or paid based on results. Or it's very common these days, I'm sure you guys have seen people going like, oh, click on my link and get 20% off. And then maybe you'll get paid an extra 10% on that. So if you're selling something for $10, you're giving your customers 20% off. So they'll get $2 off, but you get paid $1 for promoting their business. So do consider the payment arrangements. And my suggestion is set it up on a little contract with these rules: the time frame, the campaign type, the content, who owns what image, and also how will you get paid, or how will you pay an influencer to work with you, and track your success. So even the biggest influencers and creators, they don't always get everything right. So track your success so that you can deliver these reports for your customers. I'm working with a few content creators at the moment, and then they send me their Instagram like reports on a daily basis, and we tweak. And it's interesting, like I'm working with one specifically that has almost 1 million followers. And some of the first campaigns we created didn't give us the result that we expected. And after some quick little tweaks, we had thousands of views on videos in a couple of minutes, which is pretty cool. Next thing is obviously paid ads. Organic traffic is the ideal when we're collaborating. It's amazing, but paid ads also work. So when we're learning about paid ads, what we often talk about is about A/B testing. So A/B testing, what you guys are learning, a lot of very smart marketers don't even use this technique, but I'm going to teach you guys how it works. A/B testing is maybe don't launch just one campaign when we're doing a paid ad. Do 2 campaigns, campaign A and campaign B, and see which one is working better. So see the positioning of your image, the colors, the content, the quality, the filters, and you will see that different campaigns will give you different results. So often when we do campaigns, especially here at Academy Spinners, we always do 2 campaigns. We test with 2 different images, 2 different types of font, and then we go like, okay, this one's performing better. Why is it performing better? And then we A/B test it again, A/B test it again. So test to see what works best, because if you launch just one campaign and you get results, you could be getting better results by trying a different technique, or maybe not. So if you A/B test, maybe test it with $5 on each campaign and you see which one performed better, and then you go into the campaign that performed better, and then you look at how you can test 2 different things, and you continuously test, because you want as many people buying from you as possible. So divide your campaign at least into 2 campaigns, the campaign A and B, and see which one is performing better. Fun fact about paid ads, 27% of users of Instagram say that they found a new product through a paid ad on Instagram. So that means that they went looking for you. As they're scrolling or clicking through the story, you popped up. They got really curious, started following your page. After a little bit of engaging with your brand, they believed in you and they'll buy from you. So paid ads, I know that it costs a little bit of money, but they do work. So do consider, as you're starting to understand more of who you are and what your customers want, once you're ready to sell the product, initially test it out, but do play with paid ads, because if you get it right, you could make a lot of money out of it, but don't spend too much money on it. Spend more time analyzing than spend money, and only start putting money once you start getting results. So some little paid ads tips. Choose your objective. What is your goal? The same way that we spoke about who's your target audience, what is your goal in the campaign? Getting more followers, getting more engagement, getting more sales. Who's your target audience? So make sure that you filter. The narrower it is, the less people are going to see, but the more targeted, and then you're using the right colors and images to attract them. Decide where to run your ad. Are you going to run it on Instagram stories, or on the wall, or on Reels? Set your budget. Don't spend all of your money on it. Start very small. Pick your format. Place your order, and measure and manage your ad on a daily basis. We often measure it on an hourly basis, because it's 2 seconds, you just click and you can start seeing how it's progressing. How much does it cost to set up an ad? We've started lots of campaigns with $5, but most important is for you to go, who are you targeting? How competitive is your industry? Are you going to be competing with some billion-dollar businesses? What time of the year are you going to be posting? So if you post it around Valentine's Day, Christmas, Black Friday, there's a lot more brands out there and a lot more people going into social media looking for deals. So your paid ads are going to be more expensive. So consider that as well. And also the placement. So where are you going to be placing the content? Are you going to be posting it on Instagram and getting Facebook to reshare? It has been working quite well, Facebook, the last few weeks. So do consider that. Where is it going to work? But most importantly, what is your goal? Who are you targeting? And then you can start thinking of all of that. Different types of ads. So there's image ads, the story ads, video ads, carousel ads, collection ads, explore ads, IGTV ads, shopping ads, and also reel ads. Reels have been ridiculously powerful the last few months. It's amazing. Like where you post on your wall sometimes and you get a couple of views. On Reels, you can get thousands in a few minutes. And imagine if you can pump it with an ads to boost it. I thought I'd also talk to you guys about often a lot of mistakes that we see creators making when they're starting the business. So not defining a strategy. So if you don't have a goal, you're not going to get anywhere. You're just wasting your time and money. So have a goal. Have a niche. Are you going to teach people how, are you going to teach, I don't know, you want to educate people on your dog walking business? Great. Who are you going to target? Local people in your suburb that are pet owners, most likely families. Don't post controversial content, because that controversial might get your attention, but might push a lot of your fans away. Targeting the wrong audience, or not targeting anyone, or targeting everyone. That's probably the biggest mistake we see people making. Not paying enough attention to visuals. Visuals are so powerful. Be consistent and use quality images. It is your brand. If you're showing a brand without quality images, people won't believe in you. And confusing your audience, talking about something else every time. Like if you show up and one day you talk about sports, the other day you talk about art, the other day you talk about music, the other day you talk about the news, and the other day you talk about your HSC study preparations, you're just going to be confusing your audience. So stick to one, and I'll show you guys some examples. So let me talk about some little secret hacks. So keep it real. Like I explained to you guys, do what you love and keep it real, because Instagram is not just about what people see. They're also watching you when you go to the supermarket, when you go to the local beach, when you are playing sports. Post content that your followers want. And the best way to see that is seeing how many likes, comments, shares, and also looking at the data that Instagram will give you. Post frequently and get creative. So if you stop posting every day, post every day. If you promise that you're going to do an Instagram live every day, do an Instagram every day. So be very creative, but post very frequently. The more you post, the more the movement, the algorithm will benefit you. Share your stories. On your wall, we often post very professional things, but share your stories on how you're creating. So for example, if you are going to be teaching kids in your local school how to play the violin, share the story of you waking up, what you had for breakfast, you packing a violin, you're getting your violin into your bus, you unpacking it and teaching the kids how to play. So share the stories that behind the scenes. People love that, and upload them obviously as stories. People absolutely love. Brand your content. So once you choose a font, use the same font even on your Insta stories or on your wall, and be a storytelling and brand it all with the same message. Get partners and brands to be your advocate. So best way to start is get your best friends, because most likely you and your best friends have the same interests. Get them to start promoting. So if you're starting let's say a fruit bowl business, most likely your friends are also healthy, and get them to eat it and post photos of them eating it. And then you can start cross-promoting the different databases that you guys have and get conversations started. So get people to vote, but also put little open boxes and let people ask questions. And anyone that writes to you, write back to them something positive. Always, always, always. And if you get some mean people writing to you, just delete it. It's just don't worry about it. It happens to all of us. Strategy. So when you're creating a strategy, is also think about how much time are you going to dedicate. Do you have time to spend hours editing photos and videos every day? Or are you going to commit to making 3 posts a week? It's okay. Just do whatever you can, but do set a time and know how much you can afford of your busy schedule to be able to post. How do you stand out from the rest? So what is your tone of voice and how are you going to be different? And this is why it's so important for you to do what you love. Because when we do what we love, we're going to get better at it, and it's easier for us to stand out. What are your values? What are your family values? What are your school values? What's the value in your heart? And how can you add value to the world and be very strategic and aligned to it? How do you want others to talk about yourself? And how do you want others to not talk about you? So make sure that you're positioning yourself in the message and the way. So if you want to be seen as the best musician, or the most focused and productive person, or the happiest, or the funniest, or the most curious person, or the smartest, it's okay. Be whatever you want to be, but how do you want others to talk about, and how do you build content that positions you in alignment, shining the light on how you want people to know about you? And also, how often do you want to post content? So these days, a lot of influencers post a lot on their Insta stories, but not on the wall on a daily basis, because the wall requires a lot more strategy and it stays there forever. And an Insta story, it evaporates in 24 hours if you don't want to delete it, because you can always delete it as well. So let's talk about valuable content. I'd love to talk to you guys about Natasha. Natasha's part of our team at Academy of Entrepreneurs, and she's the one that does the beautiful Instagram Reels and TikToks for us. So she's got around 700,000 followers on her TikTok account. And how does she build content? She loves living in a van, and she realized that many people also dream of living in a van. So what does she do? She shares content on living in a van. So she's not talking about high heels. She's not talking about her favorite sport. Everything she talks about is life in a van as a digital creator. She gets millions of views on a daily basis. She posts all day long, and she makes money by creating content for herself and for others by sharing this message. So she's a happy promoter of Academy of Entrepreneurs because she loves the idea of people being an impact entrepreneur by working in a van. So her community of almost between Instagram and TikTok of over 1 million followers, all they care about is learning how to travel in a van, live this amazing lifestyle. So consider that when you are building who's your target audience and how are you going to add value to them. So if you're really good at cooking, how can you teach people how to cook? If you are amazing at exercise, you're a really good cricket player, teach people the technique, but add value. Next is quality. Like, this is your business. You need to post really good quality content, but also images. Don't put things that are pixelated or ugly images or haven't been taken properly and it has shadows over it. People are watching. This is like the cover of your newspaper. It's your brand. Often it's even like your e-commerce, the same way that you go on Amazon to buy something. And if the image doesn't look good, you're not going to buy it. It's the same with your social media. So be very, very, very picky. If you're not sure if the quality is good enough, it means it's not good enough. Don't post it. Be consistent. So if you promise you're going to be posting all day long, or if you promise you're going to give the latest news, you have to be there. I personally love following the Daily Oz because I don't have time to read the news, but I just go in there and every day there's like maybe 5 to 10 amazing news that I'm very curious to know about. So this brand, if they don't post for 24 hours, people will stop following them because people go there for daily Aussie news. So consider, what are you promising for your audience? How are you adding value to them? Have quality, but also be consistent. If you promise you're going to post every day. There's a few months of the year that I promise that I'm going to post a tip every day. So I just go, this month we're going to get a tip every day. And I post every day a tip. And people expect that. And I cannot miss at all. So make sure that you are doing that as well. Talking about posting and quality, we need to consider our visuals. Think about colors that you love, that your target audience also loves. This is it's called the Dry Bar, and it's an amazing American business that does hairdressing, and all of the branding is yellow. So you can see that most of the posts have hair and the color yellow. Think about the filters. I love having just one filter across. So on my personal page at Account Spinners, my personal Paula Mills page, I have my own filter, and on Account Spinners, I use a different filter. So stick to one filter because as people scroll through, they've got this nice look and feel, and it's consistent, and it looks real, it looks professional, and people are going to come in and buy from you. There also is the option of using amazing templates. Super recommend you guys go online on a platform like Canva that I'll show you guys in a second, and just choose a template and just use that template so you've got solid colors and it's sufficient. And from far away, as people see you posting, they straight away know it's you. So where do you find these amazing images? Obviously, as a content creator, it's amazing if you can create all of your content, but maybe you don't have time to go out. Maybe if you're promoting, I don't know, like hiking sites in Australia, you don't have time to hike every day. So you might be able to pull some images online. Don't steal them from Google. That is illegal. Get your images from sources that allows you as a creator to pay for them or use them for free. So Unsplash is an amazing website, which is free, and it has unbelievable, super high quality content for you guys to use as influencers and as creators. So you just type in some keywords and you get some amazing imagery. So that's where we love getting images when we don't have time to get a photographer out there to take photos for us. Then with the design templates, Canva is an Australian business that probably is the best and greatest in the world. It is definitely our favorite. So go in there and type what you would like to design, and also start choosing a style because you've got little templates there. So you can choose a style, like maybe you choose a color orange, purple, and pink, and then use that style, and then use that same style on your Insta stories, on your reels, on your wall, and maybe even take it across to your TikTok, your YouTube. You guys are going to be learning about YouTube in a couple of weeks. Keep it all consistent across all of them. So just a reminder, if you've missed it, head back to our online branding session for creators, and we're going to be talking about consistency there. So maybe watch that one again, or if you haven't seen it, go in and watch that one, because if you guys watched 2 YouTubes prior to this one, we've saved them all on YouTube. You guys can learn about that as well. And lastly, what is the most powerful thing happening at the moment? Instagram Reels. Nothing is working stronger than Instagram Reels. Like, it is absolutely out of control. So when you're going in for Instagram Reels, always choose what is trending of music first. Plug very high quality images. Videos on Instagram Reels work a lot better than you uploading photos. Look at trends, look at who you're following, look at collaborating with other brands, check the data that you're getting. Have a lot of fun with Instagram Reels because it's definitely the most powerful source at the moment. And it's just the way that the algorithm is going. I guess Instagram is competing with TikTok. And Instagram is doing a really good job with the Reels and is driving us insane results. So do consider Instagram Reels. So as you know, you've got your wall on Instagram, you've got the Instagram Reels section, you've got the IGTV, and you've got the post that you've been tagged on. So make sure that they're visually very beautiful, especially these two. And when you are posting a Reel, consider before you upload your Reel, consider how the album cover is going to look on your Insta Reel section, but also on the grid. So you might not want to copy your Reel on the grid. I like putting it on the grid as well, but just consider that on the grid is going to fall within a square shape. And on Instagram wall of the Reels, it's going to be a long rectangle. So super recommend you guys to design the cover in Canva, save it on your phone, and when you upload, save it in a way that it looks good on the grid in the square size, but also on the long rectangle. Cool. And final reminder, today was session number 3. So first session was on online branding. The second one was on LinkedIn. Today was on Instagram. And the next one in a couple of weeks is on YouTube. So if you're logging in live, ask your teacher to log in so you can watch us in class in a couple of weeks. So it'll be on Tuesday, the 20th of September at 1:30 p.m. Sydney time, and Melbourne time as well. And if you are watching this after, remember to watch the previous ones and also keep an eye on for the YouTube one. And now we're going to be taking questions from you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I really hope to see you guys becoming amazing creators. And send me a message on Academy of Entrepreneurs Instagram, or even on my personal. My name is Paola Mills. Follow me there and send me a message on how you're going. You can ask me questions whenever you want, and myself and the team would love to reply, know how you're going, share your experiences, what's working, what's not working, and we're happy to help you and succeed even more. And also for any questions, you can always contact Christine and Jane at the Department of Education. Here are their emails, and then they can coordinate some more sessions for you guys or send you guys a copy of the recordings from today. So I am going to stop sharing my screen.
Yes. Okay, fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much for all those amazing tips, Paola.
How's your Instagram going, Lewis?
No, I'm not the best role model to talk about Instagram.
But you're amazing at project management. So if you could share every day a tip on project management, you're going to help all of the other creators succeed more with your project management superpowers. So we all have superpowers, so let's use them. So
let's see. I can start something next week. Tomorrow, today.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. So we have some questions here. So let me start getting them. So the first question I have is from Lisa. So based on your experience, for how long do I need to post to build a community on Instagram?
Start today, because you'll regret not starting today, and don't stop. You never know, because you might be posting something and then an Instagram Reel can go viral. I was helping one of our students a couple of months ago, and she had maybe 400, 500 followers. We started getting 1 million views on her TikToks and Reels, and it exploded in growth. Like we went from like this 400 to 10,000 in a day. It was out of control. So start today, because you never know what's going to go viral. So choosing content that is very trendy. So when it comes to images and songs, that would definitely help. There's a little trick that I learned from Natasha from our TikTok team the other day. On Instagram, at the bottom of the Reel, right at the bottom, there's this little arrow that shows what's trending. So see the songs that are trending and use the trending songs, because once you post with the trending songs, algorithm will push you up and will help you get more followers. But yeah, and don't worry just so much also about the number of followers. I know people that have like under 10,000 followers and they make millions of dollars. And I know a lot of influencers that have millions of followers and they don't make money out of it. So look at your strategy. Who's your target audience? Instagram is amazing, but are you trying to create a movement? Are you trying to sell a product? Are you trying to get paid to promote other people's products? So for example, Fonzie is an amazing creator. He gets paid. Everything you should see there, it's amazing brands that love him and they love his followers and his community, so they pay him. Me and Lewis, as the Academy of Entrepreneurs, we do the opposite. We pay influencers to talk about us and we engage with them in a collaborative way. And we as Academy of Entrepreneurs, we're promoting entrepreneurship courses. So if someone is maybe, I don't know, a food blogger, the community is looking for recipe tips or restaurant tips. So if they post about us, it's not going to help us grow our business. So consider that. But my suggestion is start today, go, and send us a message. You've got my name and you've got a Cam Spinner. Send us a message and we can give you tips as you're going. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Next question from Jack. Most posts on Instagram look very professional. Any recommendations to create stunning posts?
Amazing question. So best recommendation is go on Canva and choose some cool templates. Choose a template that works very well. So if you're going to have like a disruptive brand, you might want to have like black and white and broken lines through it. If you're going to start a flower shop, you might want very colorful and very detail orientated. If you're going to start a startup with high technology, you might want to have some cool symbols in it. So on Canva, there are amazing templates. So start there and also look for quality images. So these days, most phones take amazing photos. So depending on the nature, Jack, if you want to talk about your business, if you want to send us a message now talking about your business, please pop it in there and we can give you some tips. But a platform like Unsplash that you can download quality images and you can use it for business, super recommend you. But Jack, amazing question. Yes, it is about looking professional every day. Because if you're saying that you have a service or a product to offer, people expect quality. And if your Instagram doesn't have that quality, impossible. So use Canvas templates and will super help you make it look very professional and connect with your target audience. And start by asking your classmates to follow you and start looking at how you can add value to your customers and go around. If you love, let's say you love animals and you visit the local pet shop every week on the weekends, every time you go there, start a conversation for people and ask them to like your page and ask them, what would you like? Oh, you're looking at buying a bird or a turtle? Based on what people are asking, try to find out and engage with your customers and see what they want to learn and then share more of the content. And once you start posting, the best way for you to know what your customers are looking for is literally seeing how many likes and comments you're getting. So if you're getting a lot of likes, so if say you get 10 likes on a photo and you get 1,000 on the other, look at what you posted on the one that you got thousands of likes and millions of views and do more of that. Great question.
Awesome. Cool. Next question from Irene. How should I approach influencers and how expensive is to work with influencers?
Very good question, Irene. So to approach influencers really depends. If you approach an influencer with millions of followers and you've got 0 followers on your account, they're probably going to think you're spamming them. When we start, often we approach micro influencers. Maybe, I don't know what your business is. So let's say you are starting a photography business. You want to do kids' birthday photography. So most likely for you to get started, you want to work with maybe moms that are going to be hiring a service for the kids' parties. So you could do literally physical flyers that go follow my Instagram page and here's a $10 discount for my photography service and start building your community around your target audience, which could potentially be moms. Then you can start going around your school and see which one of your friends, moms, can share it. And they will probably share your page for free. If your page looks good and they like your photography and maybe exchange with them to say, good, it's your 3-year-old's birthday party. I'll take a photo for free if you can share and tag me on the photos and tell 10 other moms. And what happens? 10 other moms, most likely you'll get 10 other customers. So start maybe using moms to promote your business. And then you'll start seeing what moms had a lot of influencers. Then you can start collaborating. You can service them for free in exchange for your services. Or maybe you can go like, okay, can you tag me? And for every customer that I get from your channel, I'll give you maybe $100 back or $10 back. You can agree with them. As you start growing, you can start putting links on your Instagram now and you can track. So maybe the mom's going like, click here to get a discount. And then you can give the other moms 10% off. And then you are paying this mom also 10%. And you as a creator are now getting free advertisement. And then you share a little bit of what you make with them. And then as you grow, you will see that you'll be able to have more money and more strategies. Now, the more you grow, the more people are going to hear you. On our case at Academy of Entrepreneurs, I have influencers contacting us going, this is how much I charge. Can I promote your brand? So I sometimes don't even have to look for influencers. Influencers come to us. And I'll tell you, we have influencers with millions of followers that they say, I love the course. Can you give me a full diploma scholarship? And we exchange. We give them a free course in exchange for a free post. And it's a win-win for all of us. So yeah, so great question, Irene.
Awesome. All right. Next question.
So many questions today.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So the question is, what gives better results? Post, stories, lives, and what are the best days, hours to post?
Okay, this is a very complex because it depends on your target audience. So depends. So first of all is how often you're going to be posting. So if you start posting every day on your story is going to start getting more people and it's going to give you more views. If also depends on your audience. So for example, I work a lot with the government. So we have a lot of ministers and ambassadors following. And for some reason, maybe it's to do with their age, they don't watch stories. So I find that my wall gets a lot more views. So sometimes on a wall, like I was checking, like I've got stuff on my wall that I've posted, I've got 10,000 views. And depending on the day when I posted my Insta story, maybe I have 500 views. So it really depends on first, who's your target audience? More and more of us are watching Reels. So that's obviously the one that's getting the most amount of views, engagement, and followers. But it depends on your audience. So if you are in school, I guess most people are doing Reels and they're watching your stories more than the wall. And I personally think Reels and stories are so much cooler than a wall. But it depends on who your target audience is, depends on the time of the day. So for example, we as Academy of Entrepreneurs on Fridays, we don't even post because we know that on Friday, everyone from our target audience, they're going out, they are surfing, they're having dinner with their friends, they're going to a birthday party. So they're not checking our Instagram and TikTok posts. But on Sunday night, people just go, oh my God, what is my life purpose? What am I going to achieve next week? So we see that every time we post on Sunday night, we get a lot of views on LinkedIn, on Instagram, TikTok, on YouTube, because our target audience on Sunday night is in front of the computer or the phones looking for something to educate them and prepare them for the next week. So if you're in school, most likely if you're going to sell something to your classmates or the demographic, people that are similar to your school, your colleagues in school, lunch breaks and after they are in class is probably the best time for you to be sharing. So yeah, so consider all of that as you ask. So who's your target audience? When is your target audience when's your target audience looking for content? And talking about like moms, for example, you guys are cool creators in school, changing the world, but maybe the product that you're serving, your customers need to ask their mom for the credit cards. And you want to be posting things to make sure that the moms trust you. Or is it your principal? I've seen some students selling things to the principals through social media. So consider all of that when you're building a business. Who's your target audience and when's your target audience in front of the phone? We know that there's over 1 billion people on Instagram. We know there's 62% log in every day. But when do they log in? On the lunch break, when they're driving, when they're getting a bus to school, when on the weekend, after they surf, when they are organizing the picnic table. So figure out when are the busiest. And whenever they're the busiest, they're obviously not in front of the phone, so it's not the right time to post. Maybe depending, I guess, for you guys, maybe also after dinner. I know that a lot of kids, a lot of like us have the Instagrams blocked. I remember my parents blocking, just go, you can't watch television all day or you can't be in front of your screen all day. So, but often like I know that parents go like, oh, 1 hour after dinner or before dinner. So maybe that could be potentially the best time for you guys to be posting. So yeah, so who's your target audience? What do they want to see? How do you add value? And when throughout the day or the week are they mostly checking? Is it lunchtime on a weekend or a weekday or a public holiday or so forth? So consider all of that. Awesome questions you guys are asking.
Cool. All right. Next one from Lisa. How to handle with negative comments?
Lisa, real people with real hearts would not waste the time complaining or putting any bad comments. If someone puts a bad comment, literally when I see a bad comment, I look at them, I'm like, I feel sorry that you don't have love in your heart. Delete it and don't let it get to you. It's normal that we're like, oh my God, this is hurtful, or is this true when they comment? Delete, because good people spend the time making other people happier. So if someone has a negative comment, it's a personal problem that they have, and you should not let the negativity come to you. Delete and literally send energy. I have crystals all around, I have crystals. Yeah, look, I've got multiple crystals. Whenever there's anything bad, I just go, crystal, throw positive energy in this person's life. Like, For example, I'm a happy person. If I'm going to comment on your Instagram, it's going to be something positive. And if I don't like your Instagram, I'm just going to stop following you. I'm not going to waste my time throwing any negative thoughts. If someone says something that is not positive, throw positive energy, delete, don't reply, because that's their problem. You're an amazing person. You're an amazing creator. Focus on throwing your amazing energy. Try your best and not letting it hurt your feelings, because they don't deserve it. Good people say good things. Awesome question.
Fantastic. Okay, next one from Paula. How to start up and gain followers?
How to start? Start by posting. A good tip, I guess, is if you're going to start an Instagram page today, make sure that you post at least 20 things today with the same style, the same font, same layout, same filters, so that straight away when people look at your page, they can see that you haven't started today. So throw at least 20 things in there. And if you can throw more, even better, because people will scroll and see more content. But start today. Who's your target audience? Why are you creating an Instagram? What is your goal? What is the color and look and feel that people are going to get really excited to read when they scroll through your Instagram? But start today and use templates that are pre-organized and start seeing which ones are engaging better. I remember there's been different stages. I remember 3 years ago, it was very common for videos to have words on it, because a lot of us, we were in our public transport reading it, and people weren't really using AirPods and headphones at that time. Then came lockdown and everyone was home. So the video started becoming longer with audio because we were in our homes and we could have a loud phone. Then came carousels. A lot of people were looking for carousels almost like as ebooks, and a lot of people were saving and sharing, which was hacking an algorithm that was helping you grow your business, because people would promote your business because they were liking the content. And at the moment, Reels are definitely the most powerful. So consider all of that when you're building the content, and mix and match and try. Because if you post just carousels, people might get tired. If you post just Reels, they'll get tired. So mix and match and see which ones adds more value. On my personal one, I like posting an inspirational positive quote and a tip. Inspirational quote and something to do with lifestyle, because I know that people come to my page because they're inspired, because they want to be like us. They want to travel to 100 countries and build amazing impact projects. So people care about the content and tips, but they also want to see my lifestyle. On Academy of Entrepreneurs, we talk about the coolness in our courses, and we interview students and entrepreneurs. So see what works, and try to mix and match. I would have a little bit of Reels. I love doing interviews. I find that that's a nice way to give 5-10 minutes of classes. Carousels, absolutely love as well. Wall and story. So do a little bit of all of them. And it's almost it's almost a full-time job, guys, running your Instagram. So you got your business and also your Instagram, but your Instagram can drive you amazing branding and sales. So allocate, depending on what your style is and your lifestyle, allocate maybe an hour a day that you look at strategy, and you plan out for the next 7 days.
Awesome. Cool. Okay. I think we have the last question. Any great Instagram profiles from young creators to follow and to get inspired?
Depends on your industry. Are you looking at creators in the NFT crypto space, or on sports, on photography, on fashion, on travel tips? So the more you start following, Instagram will show you more. So look at the hashtag. So for example, if you are planning on going to Bali when you finish the school year this year with your friends, if you start looking for hashtag Bali, 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 you'll then come across all the top influencers that are promoting Bali. So look at those things when you're going through Instagram. Start looking for the hashtags and content that you're interested in. You can Google top influencers on fashion or travel or crypto, and then we'll show you the top. But also look for some people locally, because you can be following amazing travel tips, I don't know, in Europe. But if you live in Australia and you're not planning on going to Europe, you're looking at these contents and it's good, but maybe you can look for some amazing tips in Australia that you can go in the weekends. So see who are the influencers in your industry. So you can right now go and Google top influencers to follow, but maybe I actually did that for you guys last night when I was building today's slide. Who are the top Instagram influencers? But half of them, I'm like, okay, they're the top, but I wouldn't follow a cricketer. I'm not going to follow someone that is on the gaming industry, because I'm not interested in those things. I'm interested in travel and entrepreneurship and mindset and news. So see what you're interested in. And then with time, you'll start seeing. And then what happens is that these top influencers have friends that are top influencers in the same thing. And then you start following someone and you'll see that they're constantly hanging out with this person. You start following them as well. And if you start following them and you start learning and be inspired by their lifestyle, who knows? Maybe you'll be best friends with them one day as well and be hanging out and getting invited to all these amazing places. Amazing questions. Right. Amazing. Thank you.
Those were all the questions. So it's already 1 hour. So maybe you can just give us a final tip, the last kind of advice from Paula, and then we can just end the session.
My final tip is do what you love and make sure that you're adding value. So if you love playing basketball, talk about basketball clothes and best basketball tricks and basketball courts for you to play. If you love taking photos, talk about photography. Do what you love and add value. Make sure that it's not about you talking about you. It's about you sharing your lifestyle and your tips to help others. So if you're creating value for your audience, wow, you're going to grow so much your page organically. And have fun. Play with it, test new ideas, and you'll see the more you post, the more your business is going to grow and the more exciting you're going to get. And then you're going to be this amazing creator influencer that's going to be collaborating with other influencers and other brands. So yeah, you can have the whole world for yourselves. So have fun on Instagram.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Paola. And thank you everyone that joined live to watch today's session. And remember, the last one will be in 2 weeks, Tuesday, 20th of September, same time, 1:30 p.m. Live on YouTube. So thank you everyone and see you in 2 weeks.
See you guys soon.